Hi, my name is Mirko and we are with Deborah now in Greece, in the region of Argos. And the other day, by doing a research, I just stumbled on this site, which I had never heard anything about, which is called the Acropolis of Kazarma. And since the pictures were quite promising, I decided to come and visit it. And look what I find. A beautiful polygonal wall on top of this hill, from which you just saw the view. It's definitely polygonal. It's massive. It's going on for at least this side about 30 meters, and then there's a right angle. I will walk it up there now, and it's really a surprise. I had never heard of this place. I had not planned to visit it when I came here. I just stumbled on it the other day and I saw the pictures and said, okay, we gotta go see this place. And you see there's still another smaller wall on top. Apparently the site has been reutilized during the medieval times, but of course you can clearly see the difference in the manufacturing of the wall. But this is really amazing. It's still 4 to 5 meters tall. It's got beautiful joints, and foremost, it's completely unknown as far as I know. It hasn't been studied. People know it's there, but it hasn't been studied. Of course, since there's this polygonal architecture, Masonry, it's considered to be Mycenaean, but of course, if you haven't studied it, it's just a guess, like anything else. And really nice, really nice. I mean, I didn't expect this. And a few characteristics you can see. There's, again, the stones are convex. They're not flat, as I've seen many times in other places like Italy. They're convex, and there is a joint there, which I really want to show you, because it's really quite amazing. Look at this joint. It's like the upper stone fell on the other one and dug out a little corner. And here it's, I'd guess 5 meters. From here we have a view of this part of the wall. There's no indications. We had to walk about 10 to 15 minutes on a dirt road. There is a sign saying Acropolis, but not much more actually. I mean, the sign is when you are already on the small road taking you here. So if you didn't get that right, you couldn't really easily find it. But of course today we have these technologies like Google Earth, Google Maps. There's another piece of wall here, unfortunately completely covered in quite partially covered with vegetation. Okay, there is still a part over there, but there's also some newer, more recent medieval constructions there. There seems to be a gate there, so I'm gonna go up there. Maybe we can get in from there. So just to show again how widespread this polygonal masonry was, and it's kind of a pity that you need people like me and Hugh Newman that show you these places, because the Archaeological Society doesn't study them, doesn't really care, doesn't try to understand them. They just are assigned to some not better known Mycenaean period because they have polygonal stones. But then It's just like this. Yeah, that's a gate. It's really covered in dirt and debris, so I guess I cannot go in from there, but it's a nice gate. See, the lintel, quite big. So here I am on top of the Acropolis. You can see the wall we just walked along, and there a little bit farther is the other part of the wall we walked at the beginning. There are some further walls here, but here it's really a cliff going down, so I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to film it from another angle. But anyway, you can see these are all huge blocks of stone again, polygonal, and there seems to be another part over there, but as you can see the mountain goes just really down straight. So, and this part I just was leaning on, this is more recent. This is at least the upper part, and the lower part is still with big blocks, but the upper part is recent, medieval. The wall is about 2 meters wide at this place, and I'll walk a little bit further down to see if there's other parts. There is some kind of, I don't know, it looks like maybe a water reservoir or something inside of the walls, or maybe just something, I don't know. And from here we got a beautiful view of the wall I walked along before, the first part. Okay, and here we have another view. Really nice, big stones, not huge, but so far we've seen when it's polygonal then the stones get a little bit smaller. And I walked a little bit farther, and here there's another part of the wall. You can see it's really not easy to walk here, the mountain going down, but it's quite nice as well. It's maybe not that tall anymore. So it's just not just a few meters. So far I'd guess there's at least 60 or 70 meters of this wall. And well, actually some stones are quite big. This one is at least almost 2 meters long. And it's not in the best shape, but still you can see these details which really make polygonal masonry amazing. Why would you do that? And here we have another one, just a change of direction, and there's another one here. So it's really something they planned. And I go along, there's another turret over there, or something that looks like possibly some turret in the past. And the wall is going on and on and on. Here, leaning on the bedrock, as we have seen before already. Sorry, I cannot go any farther because it's really going downhill here. Okay, like this. I'll walk along. It's not in the best conditions, but as I said, as far as I could understand, and that was not from any archaeological information site, this wall hasn't been studied at all. It's being used by other populations in the Middle Age, but it's not been studied at all. So we don't actually know what it was, who built it, whatever. It's not being excavated. No digging had been done. No real research. Okay, there's more over here. Okay, there we go. Another part here. And then there's this, again, turret. And this is a rounded turret, which make it kind of particular. See, I can walk around it. So besides making the stone polygonal and convex, as we've seen, they are really even curved. They're curved to make this round turret. Not much left of it, but you can still recognize that it was. And there's another part here. It never ends, just, yeah, pieces here and there of wall. There probably was a gate here because you can see this part coming a little bit out. And also we can certainly notice that they were capable of doing right angles if they wanted to. So it's not some kind of deficiency on their part to do polygon. Look at this stone. This one has been carved like an angle to make the whole structure more fixed, I guess. And here is another little part of the round turret from the back. Okay, just to give you some orientation, that's the rounded turret we just passed by. And here, on basically a cliff going down, you see, it goes really steeply down. There's another part of wall over there. So, I mean, I keep on repeating myself, but maybe this is the first video of mine. You see, what was the purpose of a wall on top of a cliff? I mean, we're not talking at times when there were bombings and cannons and fire weapons. We're talking about times when there were, yeah, maybe some catapults, maybe some bows and arrows, and yeah, that's about it. And the point is, I've seen this before. In Italy, if you go on my channel, search for Norba, which is an ancient town in Lazio, the Italian region where Rome is. There's another place like that, exactly. There's a cliff, and on top of the cliff you have polygonal walls. There's also a very nice round turret there, actually much better preserved than this one. And anyway, I think I pretty much toured the side. I'm walking here. This supposed to be the Acropolis, but as you can see, there's basically nothing here. People have not used this place for quite a while. Yeah, there we go again to the turret where there's the gate, main entrance gate. Okay, it may be hard to see, but here's another part where you can see there's a cliff going down and there's still some stones put on top of this cliff, and this is really going down vertically, at least 15 meters. And where I'm standing on, this is also part of the wall, and you see how steep it goes down here. Well, you can see the individual stones. I cannot give you an outside view of it because here, maybe. Yeah, there's about 2 or 3 lines of stone on this vertical cliff going down. And I know some people would say, now why did you take a drone? Well, I wanted to. I even bought one. But then this whole area is a military area somehow, probably some NATO stuff. And you need to ask permission, and it may take up to a week. And I'm not so programmer of my trips that I can do that. And anyway, this place I discovered 2 days ago, so there wouldn't have been time to ask all the permissions necessary to fly a drone here. But I'm sure someone else will take this task. As for me, I like to show you the places the way I meet them, which is more personal, more individual, and I can of course provide you with a picture of Google Earth, how it looks from the top, and maybe there's some aerial picture of the place as well, which I will look for. Okay, just to give you a sense of scale on the size of this wall, as usual, Deborah is 1.60 meters tall, so it's certainly 3 times her, so about 5 meters. And that's the same wall. That's probably the highest part, but it goes on like that. So just a little extra gift. That is the hill where we were just a few minutes ago, where the polygonal walls are. You can actually see them on top, at least part of them. And here we have what is officially considered the oldest bridge of humanity. It's a Mycenaean bridge, supposed to be 3,000 years old, actually 3,500 or something. and it's still standing. People driving with a car on top of it. You can see there's a gallery here for the water to flow through. It's huge blocks of stone. This really is big. It looks actually a little bit like Sardinian nuraghi from the style and the size of the blocks and the shapeless form they have. There's Deborah appearing from the other side of the bridge. Now I climb up. Sembra un nuraghi qua dentro, dentro sembra. It's even illuminated. Yeah, just a little extra from this visit to Kazarma. And here just to go on top of the bridge to show you that it still can still be used. It's about 4 meters wide. So just to give you a sense of scale on the size of these blocks in this Mycenaean bridge, and that one is going quite deep. Well, I believe it's maybe too dark. Ah yeah, you can see it like this. They're really huge blocks. Even the one which kind of makes a lintel is really, really big. Impressive. Of course you can still drive on it if it's made with stones like this.